Do you remember how summers felt endless when you were a child? Days stretched on forever, and a single week felt like a lifetime. But now, as an adult, months pass in a blink, and entire years vanish before you even realize it. Why does time seem to speed up as we get older? The answer lies not in the clock, but in the way our brains perceive reality. Time itself doesn't change. It's constant, ticking away at the same pace for everyone. But our perception of time is deeply psychological. Memory, attention, and novelty all shape how long or short a moment feels. This means that while children swim in a sea of new experiences, adults often drift through repetitive routines, making life feel shorter. Today, we'll explore the psychology and neuroscience behind this strange illusion. We'll uncover why your 20s feel longer than your 30s, and why each decade seems shorter than the one before. And most importantly, we'll look at how you can slow down the rushing river of time. Think back to your happiest childhood memories. Running through fields, riding bikes, celebrating birthdays, or staying up late on summer nights. Those moments were filled with wonder. Every detail, every smell, every sound seemed magical. That's because your young brain was constantly recording new experiences, each one rich and vivid. Love, joy, and discovery stretched those moments. In contrast, adult life can feel compressed, not because love is absent, but because routine replaces novelty. Even relationships can fall into patterns, making months blur together. But why do emotions like love and joy make time expand, while repetition makes it shrink? The conflict begins when we realize children live in novelty, adults live in routine. When you're young, everything is new. First day at school, first friends, first heartbreak, first success. Your brain stores these as rich, detailed memories. The denser the memory, the longer it feels in retrospect. But as adults, we repeat the same actions, commuting, working, scrolling on our phones. The brain doesn't need to save every detail, so it compresses them. As a result, days blur, weeks vanish, and years fly by. Another factor? Proportionality. At 10 years old, a single year is 10 of your entire life. That feels massive. At 40, a year is only 2.5 of your life. Naturally, it feels shorter. And then there's the tension. When we're deeply engaged, falling in love, traveling, or learning something new, time slows down. But when we're distracted, busy, or stuck in autopilot, we don't notice time passing at all. This creates an inner conflict. We want life to feel long and meaningful, but our habits make it feel shorter. The climax arrives when we confront the unsettling truth. If you continue living on autopilot, the next decade of your life may feel shorter than the last year of your childhood. Imagine this. A 70-year-old looks back and realizes that their 30s, 40s, and 50s all feel like one blurred season. The years disappeared, not because they didn't exist, but because the brain didn't encode them. That realization is chilling. Psychologists call this the holiday paradox. While you're on vacation, time feels fast because you're having fun. But afterward, when you recall it, it feels long because so many unique memories were created. Daily life is the opposite. It feels long while you're stuck in routine, but looking back, it collapses into almost nothing. This is why time seems to speed up with age. It's not the clock, it's the brain. So how do we fight back? How do we slow down time? Seek novelty. Travel to new places, learn a skill, or meet new people. Novelty forces the brain to pay attention, stretching time. Practice mindfulness. Simple awareness of food, of nature, of a conversation anchors you in the present. Break routines. Even small changes, like taking a new route to work, can refresh your perception. Savor emotions. Love, awe, gratitude. When you immerse yourself in them, moments feel eternal. Create rituals of reflection. Journaling or photography makes your days more memorable and your years richer. By filling life with meaningful experiences, you can slow down your perception of time. You can't stop the clock, but you can change how you feel it. So next time you feel like the years are slipping away, remember, it's not about how much time you have. It's about how deeply you live it. Slow down. Notice more. Break the cycle of routine. Because at the end of life, what matters isn't how many years you lived, but how much life you packed into those years. In our next video, we'll explore another fascinating question. Why do we sabotage our own happiness, even when we know what would make us feel better? Stay tuned and keep watching.